Good morning, beautiful soul. Yes, you, the one who has chosen to be here with me in this precious moment. I want you to know that your presence here today is no accident. There's something stirring within you, something that called you to seek healing, to find positivity, to create a more loving relationship with yourself. And I'm so honored to share this time with you. I know that mornings can sometimes feel heavy. Maybe you woke up with that familiar knot in your stomach, or perhaps your mind immediately started racing with all the things you need to do, all the problems you need to solve. Maybe your body feels tired before the day has even begun, or your heart feels a little tender from yesterday's experiences. I understand this feeling so deeply, and I want you to know that whatever brought you here this morning, whether it's physical discomfort, emotional pain, anxiety, or simply a desire to feel better, you are in exactly the right place. You see, the very fact that you're here means you're ready to choose something different for yourself. You're ready to step into a new way of being, a more loving way of treating yourself. And that takes courage, dear one. It takes courage to say, I deserve to feel good. I deserve to heal. I deserve to start my day with love instead of fear. So please, take a moment right now to acknowledge yourself for this beautiful choice you've made. The morning hours hold such special power for transformation. When we first wake up, our minds are in a unique state, soft, open, receptive. It's as if the busy, chattering part of our mind is still asleep and the deeper, wiser part of us is more accessible. This is why morning is such a sacred time for planting new seeds of thought, new patterns of thinking that can grow and flourish throughout our day. Think of your mind in the morning like freshly tilled soil in a garden. Everything is soft and ready to receive whatever seeds you choose to plant. If you plant seeds of worry, criticism, and fear, that's what will grow in your day. But if you plant seeds of love, healing, and positivity, those will be the flowers that bloom in your experience. And the beautiful thing is, you get to choose. Every single morning, you get to choose what kind of garden you want to create in your mind and in your life. Your thoughts are not just random occurrences floating through your mind. They are powerful, creative forces that shape your reality. When you think a thought, your body responds. When you think thoughts of love and appreciation, your body relaxes, your breathing deepens, your heart opens. When you think thoughts of fear and judgment, your body tenses, your breathing becomes shallow, stress hormones flood your system. Your body is always listening to your thoughts, always responding to the messages you send it. This is why the thoughts you think in the morning are so incredibly important. They set the tone for how your body will feel all day long. They influence your energy level, your mood, your interactions with others, even your physical health. When you begin your day with loving, healing thoughts, you're literally programming your body for wellness. You're telling every cell in your body, today we choose health, today we choose peace, today we choose love. The morning is also when your subconscious mind is most receptive to new programming. You know how sometimes you'll go to bed with a problem and wake up with a solution? That's your subconscious mind working while you sleep, processing and integrating. In those first few minutes after waking, before your conscious analytical mind fully kicks in, you have direct access to this powerful part of yourself. This is when affirmations can slip past the mental barriers and plant themselves deeply in your consciousness. But here's what I want you to understand about healing affirmations. They're not just pretty words we say to make ourselves feel better temporarily. They are medicine for your soul. They are tools for rewiring your brain, for creating new neural pathways that support your highest good. When you speak loving words to yourself consistently, you literally change the structure of your brain. You create new patterns of thinking that become more and more natural over time. Your body holds on to so much more than you might realize. Every experience you've ever had, every emotion you've felt, every word that's been spoken to you, Your body remembers it all. Sometimes we carry tension from conversations that happened years ago, stress from situations that are long over, pain from wounds that we thought had healed. And while we sleep, our bodies are working hard to process and release what they can, but sometimes we need to consciously help them let go. Before we can plant new seeds of healing and positivity, we need to clear the garden. We need to gently release the energy from yesterday, the frustrations, the disappointments, the words we wish we hadn't said, the things we wish we had done differently. This isn't about dwelling on these things or making ourselves feel bad about them. It's about lovingly acknowledging them and then choosing to let them go, making space for something new and beautiful to grow. The energy of yesterday doesn't have to become the energy of today unless you choose to carry it forward. Right now, you have the power to set down that heavy bag of yesterday's troubles. You have the power to forgive yourself for any mistakes you made, any words you spoke in anger, any ways you didn't show up as your best self. You are not your mistakes, dear one. You are not your worst moments. You are a beautiful, evolving soul who is learning and growing every day. Take a moment now to breathe with me. Let's take a deep breath in together, drawing in fresh, clean energy, and as we exhale, let's release anything from yesterday that no longer serves us. Breathe in peace, breathe out tension, breathe in love, breathe out judgment, breathe in possibility, breathe out limitation. Feel your body softening with each breath. Feel your shoulders dropping. Feel your heart opening to receive the healing that is your birthright. Sometimes when we begin to release old energy, emotions might come up. You might feel sad or angry or scared, and that's perfectly okay. These feelings are just energy moving through you, looking for a way out. Don't try to stop them or judge them. Let them flow through you like water through a stream. Say to these feelings, "Thank you for protecting me, but I don't need to hold on to you anymore. I'm safe to let you go." Your willingness to feel these emotions without resistance is actually what allows them to move through and transform. Forgiveness is such a crucial part of this releasing process, and I want you to know that forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It doesn't mean you have to like what happened or pretend it didn't hurt. Forgiveness simply means you're choosing to free yourself from carrying the heavy energy of resentment and anger. You're choosing to give yourself the gift of peace. When you forgive, whether it's forgiving others or forgiving yourself, you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. Start with forgiving yourself for anything you feel you did wrong yesterday. Maybe you lost your patience with someone you love. Maybe you ate something that didn't nourish your body. Maybe you spoke harshly to yourself or believed thoughts that weren't kind. Whatever it was, you can choose right now to wrap your arms around yourself and say, "I forgive you. You were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. Today is a new day, and you get to choose differently if you want to." As you release yesterday's energy, notice how much lighter you feel. Notice how much more space there is in your heart and in your mind. This space is sacred space. It's where healing happens, where new possibilities are born, where love can grow. You've just given yourself the most beautiful gift, the gift of a fresh start, the gift of beginning again, the gift of approaching this new day with a clean slate and an open heart. Now that you've created this beautiful space within yourself, let's begin to fill it with the most nourishing, healing energy possible. I want to share with you some of the most powerful foundation affirmations I know, words that have the ability to reach deep into your soul and begin healing from the inside out. These aren't just words, dear one. They are keys that unlock the door to your own inner wisdom, your own healing power, your own capacity for transformation. Let's start with the most fundamental healing affirmation of all. I love and approve of myself exactly as I am right now. Now, I know some of you might feel resistance to this statement. Your mind might immediately jump to all the ways you think you need to change or improve before you can love yourself. But here's what I want you to understand. Self-love isn't something you earn through perfection. It's something you give yourself as a foundation for growth. When you love and approve of yourself exactly as you are, you create the safe, nurturing environment that allows real healing to take place. Think of it this way. When a gardener tends to a plant, they don't criticize the plant for not being fully grown yet. They don't withhold water and sunlight until the plant proves it deserves them. They give the plant love and care exactly as it is, knowing that this love is what allows it to flourish. You deserve the same kind of tender care from yourself. You deserve love and approval not because you're perfect, but because you're alive, because you're trying, because you're a precious part of this universe. Place your hand on your heart right now and say with me, I love and approve of myself exactly as I am right now. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Feel the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Your heart has been beating faithfully for you every moment of your life, never asking for recognition, never demanding that you be different before it will keep you alive. This is the kind of unconditional love you can learn to give yourself. Another powerful foundation affirmation is, my body is my friend, and we are healing together. So many of us have been at war with our bodies for so long. We criticize our bodies for being too big, too small, too slow, too tired, too sick. We treat our bodies like enemies that need to be controlled and punished, rather than allies that need to be loved and supported. But your body is not your enemy, sweet soul. Your body is the vehicle for your soul's journey in this lifetime. Your body is working so hard for you every single day, performing millions of functions without you even having to think about them. When you shift from fighting your body to befriending your body, everything changes. Instead of saying, my body is failing me, you can say, my body is communicating with me. Instead of, I hate how I look, you can say, I'm learning to see myself through loving eyes. Instead of, my body is broken, you can say, my body knows how to heal, and I'm supporting that process. This shift in how you speak to and about your body sends completely different messages to every cell, and your body responds to love so much more readily than it responds to criticism. Let's practice speaking to your body with love right now. Place both hands on your body somewhere that feels comfortable, maybe your heart, your belly, your arms. Close your eyes and say, dear body, I'm so grateful for all the ways you take care of me. I'm sorry for any harsh words I've spoken to you. I want to learn to be your friend. I want to support you in healing and feeling good. We're going to do this together with patience and love. Feel how different this energy is from criticism and judgment. Feel how your body softens when you speak to it with kindness. The affirmation, I trust my inner wisdom to guide me, is another cornerstone of healing. Within you right now is a wise, loving voice that knows exactly what you need for your highest good. This inner wisdom has been with you all your life, but sometimes it gets drowned out by the noise of fear, other people's opinions, and the busyness of daily life. When you affirm that you trust your inner wisdom, you're strengthening your connection to this wise part of yourself. You're giving yourself permission to listen to what your heart is telling you, to honor what your body is asking for, to follow the gentle promptings of your soul. Your inner wisdom speaks to you in many ways. Sometimes it's a feeling in your gut about a decision you need to make. Sometimes it's a sudden knowing about what your body needs. Sometimes it's a creative idea that bubbles up from nowhere. Sometimes it's simply a sense of peace when you're moving in the right direction. The more you acknowledge and trust this inner guidance, the stronger and clearer it becomes. Here's a beautiful affirmation for emotional healing. I give myself permission to feel all my emotions with love and compassion. For too long, many of us have been taught that certain emotions are bad or wrong, that anger makes us difficult, that sadness makes us weak, that fear makes us cowardly. But emotions are not character flaws. They're information. They're your soul's way of telling you what's happening in your inner world. When you give yourself permission to feel your emotions without judgment, you create space for them to move through you and transform. This doesn't mean you act out every emotion or let emotions control your behavior. It means you acknowledge what you're feeling, you honor it as valid information, and you respond to it with the same compassion you would show a dear friend. When sadness comes, you can say, "Hello, sadness. I see you. What are you trying to tell me?" When anger arises, you can say, "I feel this anger, and it's okay. What boundary needs to be honored here?" When fear shows up, you can say, "Fear, I understand you're trying to protect me. Let's look at this situation together and see what's really true." The affirmation, "I am worthy of love, healing, and all good things," addresses one of the deepest wounds many of us carry, the belief that we don't deserve happiness, that we're not good enough for love, that suffering is somehow our lot in life. This belief is not truth, dear one. It's a lie that was planted in your consciousness somewhere along the way, perhaps by someone who is carrying their own pain, perhaps by a society that profits from your self-doubt. But it is not your truth. Your worthiness is not something you need to earn or prove. You were born worthy. You are worthy simply because you exist. The universe doesn't make mistakes. You are here for a reason. You have gifts to offer. You have love to give and receive. Every challenge you've faced, every mistake you've made, every moment of struggle has been part of your soul's journey toward greater wisdom and compassion. None of it has diminished your fundamental worthiness. When you truly begin to believe, "I am worthy of love, healing, and all good things," you'll notice that your life starts to reflect this belief. You'll find yourself making choices that honor your well-being. You'll attract people who treat you with respect and kindness. You'll create circumstances that support your growth and happiness. This isn't magic. It's the natural result of aligning your thoughts and beliefs with your true nature. Now let's talk about transforming those automatic negative thoughts that can hijack our mornings and steal our peace. You know the ones I'm talking about, those thoughts that seem to appear out of nowhere as soon as you wake up. Maybe it's worry about money, stress about a relationship, anxiety about work, or that general feeling of overwhelm that seems to settle on your shoulders like a heavy blanket. These thoughts feel so real, so urgent, so important, but the truth is, most of them are just old mental habits playing the same tired songs over and over again. The first step in transforming negative morning thoughts is to recognize them for what they are: habits, not facts. Just because a thought appears in your mind doesn't make it true. Just because you've thought something 1,000 times before doesn't mean you have to think it again. You have the power to observe your thoughts and choose which ones you want to engage with and which ones you want to gently dismiss. When a negative thought arises, try this gentle technique. Instead of fighting the thought or making yourself wrong for having it, simply say, "That's an interesting thought. I wonder what would happen if I chose a different thought right now." This approach removes the drama and struggle from the process. You're not battling your mind, you're simply exercising your right to choose what you focus on. One of the most powerful ways to shift from negative to positive thinking is through the practice of reframing. Reframing means looking at the same situation from a different angle, finding a more empowering way to interpret what's happening. For example, instead of thinking, "I have so much to do today, I'll never get it all done," you could reframe it as, I have many opportunities today to make a positive difference. Instead of, I'm worried about that meeting, you could think, I'm preparing myself to show up authentically and speak my truth. Reframing doesn't mean denying reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It means choosing to focus on the aspects of reality that empower you rather than the aspects that drain you. It means looking for the opportunities within the challenges, the lessons within the difficulties, the growth within the struggle. This shift in perspective literally changes your brain chemistry, moving you from stress hormones to feel-good hormones, from contraction to expansion. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating positivity, and morning is the perfect time to practice it. When you begin your day by acknowledging what's going well in your life, you set up a positive momentum that carries through your entire day. But gratitude doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. It can be as simple as saying, "Thank you for this warm bed I slept in. Thank you for the roof over my head. Thank you for the gift of another day." The key to effective gratitude practice is to really feel the appreciation, not just think it. When you say, "Thank you for this warm bed," actually feel the softness of your sheets, the comfort of your pillow, the luxury of being warm and safe. When you say, "Thank you for the roof over my head," feel the security it provides, the sense of having a place that's yours. This feeling component is what activates the positive neurochemical changes in your brain. You can also practice gratitude for things that haven't happened yet, but that you're excited about. Thank you for the opportunities that are coming my way today. Thank you for the people I'll meet who will brighten my day. Thank you for the moments of joy that are waiting for me. This practice of anticipatory gratitude helps you expect good things to happen, which makes you more likely to notice and attract positive experiences. Another beautiful morning practice is to find something to appreciate about yourself. This might feel awkward at first, especially if you're used to focusing on what's wrong with you, but it's one of the most healing things you can do. You might appreciate your courage for getting through yesterday's challenges, your kindness in helping someone who needed it, your body for carrying you through life, or simply your willingness to keep growing and learning. When negative thoughts try to crowd out your positive focus, you can use what I call the cancel, clear, delete technique. As soon as you notice a negative thought, simply say, "Cancel, clear, delete," either out loud or in your mind, and then immediately replace it with a positive thought. For example, if the thought, "This day is going to be terrible," arises, you say, "Cancel, clear, delete." This day is full of possibilities for good things to happen. The key is to replace the negative thought quickly before it has time to take root and multiply. Creating a positive lens for viewing your day means choosing to look for evidence that life is working in your favor rather than evidence that it's working against you. When you put on positive colored glasses, you start to notice things you might have missed before. The smile from a stranger, the perfect parking space, the unexpected phone call from a friend, the moment when everything flows effortlessly. These things were always there, but now you're paying attention to them. Your body is constantly talking to you, sending you messages about what it needs, how it's feeling, and what would support its healing. But so often we've learned to ignore these messages or even to see them as inconveniences. When your body feels tired, instead of honoring that message, you might push through and drink more coffee. When your body craves rest, you might judge yourself as lazy. When your body asks for nourishing food, you might give it whatever is quick and convenient. But what if you started listening to your body's wisdom with the same respect you'd give to a trusted advisor? Speaking healing words to your body is one of the most powerful things you can do for your physical well-being. Your body is made up of trillions of cells, and every single one of them is listening to the thoughts you think and the words you speak. When you speak lovingly to your body, you're literally giving instructions to your cells about how to behave. When you speak harshly to your body, you're creating stress at the cellular level. Let's practice some healing affirmations specifically for your physical body. Place your hands on your heart and say, "My heart beats with the rhythm of love and peace. Each beat sends healing energy throughout my entire body." Feel your heartbeat under your hands and let yourself marvel at this incredible organ that works so tirelessly for you. Now place your hands on your stomach and say, "My digestive system knows exactly how to process and eliminate what I don't need, keeping what serves me and releasing what doesn't." This kind of specific, loving communication with your organs can have profound effects on how they function. If there's a particular area of your body that's been troubling you, you can speak directly to it with compassion. Instead of saying, "My back is killing me," try saying, "My back is working hard to support me, and I'm sending it love and healing energy." Instead of, "My headache won't go away," try, "I'm listening to what my head is trying to tell me, and I'm giving my nervous system permission to relax and release tension." This shift from complaint to conversation can be transformative. Your body has an incredible, innate wisdom about how to heal itself. Think about what happens when you get a cut. Your body immediately begins the healing process without any conscious direction from you. Blood clots to stop the bleeding, new cells are generated to repair the damage, and soon the cut is completely healed. This same healing intelligence is at work in every part of your body all the time, working to restore balance, repair damage, and maintain optimal function. When you affirm, "My body knows how to heal itself, and I trust in its wisdom," you're supporting this natural healing process. You're removing the interference of doubt, fear, and criticism that can impede your body's ability to do what it does best. You're creating an internal environment of trust and cooperation that allows healing to happen more efficiently. Energy-boosting affirmations can help you start your day feeling vibrant and alive. Try saying, "Every breath I take fills me with life force energy. Every cell in my body vibrates with health and vitality. I am energized by the love and support of the universe." As you speak these words, breathe deeply and visualize bright, healing light flowing through your entire body, awakening every cell, energizing every organ, bringing life and vitality to every part of you. You can also send specific healing energy to any part of your body that needs extra support. If your joints feel stiff, you might say, "My joints move freely and easily, lubricated with healing energy." If your muscles feel tense, you could affirm, "My muscles are relaxed and flexible, holding just the right amount of supportive tension." If your mind feels foggy, try, "My mind is clear, focused, and sharp. Thoughts flow easily and creativity flows freely." The power of these physical healing affirmations is magnified when you combine them with gentle movement. As you speak loving words to your body, you might stretch your arms overhead, roll your shoulders, gently twist your spine, or simply take some deep, nourishing breaths. This combination of positive words and loving movement sends a clear message to your body that you're ready to partner with it in creating health and vitality. Now that you've experienced the power of healing affirmations and learned to speak lovingly to your body, let's talk about creating a sacred morning practice that fits beautifully into your unique life. This isn't about adding another item to your already busy to-do list or creating pressure to be perfect. This is about designing a gentle, sustainable way to connect with yourself each morning that feels like a gift rather than an obligation. Your morning affirmation practice can be as simple or as elaborate as feels right for you. Some days you might have just 30 seconds to speak a few loving words to yourself in the mirror. Other days, you might have 20 minutes for a more extended practice of affirmations, journaling, and quiet reflection. Both are perfect. Both are valuable. Both are healing. The key is to create a flexible framework that can adapt to whatever your life looks like on any given day. Let's start with the simplest version of morning affirmation practice. As soon as you wake up, before you even get out of bed, place your hand on your heart and say one loving thing to yourself. It might be, "Good morning, beautiful soul. I love you." It might be, "Thank you, body, for giving me another day." It might be, "I choose peace and love for myself today." This takes less than 10 seconds, but it sets a tone of love and intention that can transform your entire day. Mirror work is one of the most powerful tools for building self-love and healing old wounds. When you look into your own eyes in the mirror and speak loving words to yourself, you're giving yourself the love and approval you may have been seeking from others. This can feel uncomfortable at first. Many of us have been avoiding really looking at ourselves, or when we do look, we immediately focus on what we don't like. But your eyes are the windows to your soul, and when you learn to look into them with love, you're connecting with the deepest, truest part of yourself. Start small with mirror work. Stand in front of your bathroom mirror and simply make eye contact with yourself. Say, "Hello, beautiful," or "I see you," or "I love you." If resistance comes up, if your mind starts listing all the things it thinks are wrong with your appearance, gently redirect your attention back to your eyes. Your eyes hold all the love, wisdom, and beauty that you are. Practice seeing yourself the way a loving parent would see their child, with complete acceptance and adoration. As you become more comfortable with mirror work, you can expand it to include specific affirmations. Look into your eyes and say, "I forgive you for any mistakes you've made. You're learning and growing, and that's beautiful." Say, "You are worthy of love exactly as you are." Say, "I believe in you and your ability to create a wonderful life." Notice how different it feels to receive these words while looking into your own eyes versus just thinking them or saying them while looking away. Journaling can be a beautiful addition to your morning practice, and it doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. You might simply write 3 things you're grateful for, 3 affirmations that feel important for your day, or 3 intentions you want to set. You might write a love letter to your body, thanking it for all the ways it serves you. You might write down any worries or fears that are on your mind, and then write loving responses to those concerns, the way you would comfort a dear friend. The act of writing engages different parts of your brain than just thinking or speaking, which can help affirmations sink in more deeply. When you write, "I am worthy of love and respect," you're not just thinking it, you're seeing it on the page in your own handwriting. This visual component reinforces the message and makes it feel more real and concrete. Quiet reflection is another valuable component of a morning practice. This might mean sitting in silence for a few minutes, listening to what your heart wants to tell you about the day ahead. It might mean taking a few conscious breaths and checking in with how your body is feeling. It might mean asking yourself, "What do I need today to feel supported and loved?" And then listening for the answer that comes from your inner wisdom. The most important thing about your morning practice is that it feels good to you. If something feels forced or stressful, adjust it or let it go. If mirror work feels too vulnerable right now, start with journaling. If journaling feels like too much pressure, stick with simple affirmations. If affirmations feel foreign, begin with gratitude. Trust yourself to know what you need and be willing to experiment until you find what works. Your practice will naturally evolve as you do. What serves you in one season of life might need to be adjusted in another. When you're going through a particularly challenging time, you might need more gentle, comforting affirmations. When you're feeling strong and confident, you might be ready for affirmations that stretch you toward bigger dreams. When you're busy, you might need a streamlined version of your practice. When you have more time and space, you might enjoy expanding it. This flexibility is not a sign of inconsistency, it's a sign of wisdom. Let's talk honestly about the challenges that might arise as you begin or deepen your morning affirmation practice. It's completely normal to feel resistance, skepticism, or emotional discomfort when you start speaking lovingly to yourself. This resistance isn't a sign that affirmations don't work or that you're doing something wrong. It's often a sign that you're touching on old wounds that are ready to heal. If affirmations feel silly or fake at first, that's okay. Your mind has been programmed for years, maybe decades, to think certain thoughts about yourself and your life. When you start introducing new, more loving thoughts, your old programming might rebel. It might say, "This is ridiculous. You can't just think positive thoughts and change your life." When this happens, you can gently say to that voice, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm ready to try something new. I'm willing to experiment with loving myself more." Sometimes resistance shows up as a feeling that you don't deserve the good things you're affirming. If you're saying, "I am worthy of love," and a voice in your head immediately responds with all the reasons why that's not true, you're not broken or hopeless. You're simply bumping up against old beliefs that were programmed into you, probably when you were very young and vulnerable. These beliefs were once protective mechanisms, but they may no longer serve you. When this kind of resistance arises, try adding the phrase, "I am willing," to your affirmations, instead of, "I love myself," which might feel too big of a leap. Try, "I am willing to learn to love myself." Instead of, "I am confident and capable," try, "I am willing to discover my own confidence and capability." This small shift can make affirmations feel more approachable and honest. Emotional releases are another common experience when beginning affirmation work. You might find yourself crying while saying, "I love you," to yourself in the mirror, or feeling anger when you affirm that you deserve good things. These emotions aren't something to avoid or push through. They're actually part of the healing process. Years of stored emotions might be ready to move through you and be released. When emotions come up during your practice, breathe deeply and let them flow. Say to the emotions, "I see you, I feel you, and it's safe for you to move through me." If sadness comes, let yourself cry. If anger arises, you might need to punch a pillow or go for a vigorous walk. If fear surfaces, wrap your arms around yourself and speak gently to the scared part of you. These emotional releases are your soul's way of clearing old energy to make room for new love and healing. Consistency can be challenging, especially when motivation is low or life gets busy. Some days you'll wake up and feel excited about your affirmation practice. Other days you'll wake up feeling tired, grumpy, or overwhelmed, and the last thing you'll want to do is look in the mirror and say nice things to yourself. This is exactly when your practice can be most valuable, but it's also when it needs to be most gentle and forgiving. On the difficult days, lower the bar. Instead of a full practice, just say one kind thing to yourself. Instead of elaborate affirmations, just take 3 deep breaths with the intention of treating yourself with compassion. Instead of mirror work, just place your hand on your heart and acknowledge that you're doing the best you can. The goal isn't perfection, it's showing up for yourself with love, even in small ways, especially on the hard days. Now let's talk about extending the healing energy of your morning practice into your entire day. When you've filled yourself up with love and positive intention in the morning, you have something beautiful to give to the world. You can send healing thoughts to the people in your life, your work situation, your community, and even to parts of the world that need extra love and support. As you prepare to leave your morning sanctuary and enter into the activities of your day, take a moment to visualize your day unfolding in beautiful ways. See yourself moving through your day with grace and ease. See the people you'll interact with responding to you with kindness and respect. See challenges being resolved peacefully. See opportunities for joy and connection appearing throughout your day. This isn't about trying to control every detail of what happens. It's about setting an intention for how you want to show up and how you want to experience your day. You can send loving energy ahead of you to situations you know you'll encounter. If you have a difficult conversation coming up, send love and healing to that interaction. Visualize it going smoothly, with both people feeling heard and respected. If you have a challenging project at work, send energy of creativity and flow to that situation. If you're worried about a family member, wrap them in loving thoughts and see them surrounded by healing light. This practice of sending healing energy doesn't mean you're trying to manipulate outcomes or control other people. You're simply offering your love and positive intention to situations and relationships, trusting that love always makes a difference, even if you can't see exactly how. You're also programming your own energy field to look for the good in situations and to attract positive experiences. Creating an energy shield of love and protection is a beautiful way to maintain your morning peace throughout the day. Visualize yourself surrounded by a bubble of loving, protective light. This light allows good things to flow to you easily while deflecting any negativity or harsh energy that might come your way. When someone is rude to you, instead of taking it personally, you can visualize their negativity bouncing off your protective bubble. When you encounter stressful situations, you can breathe into your bubble of light and maintain your center of peace. Setting intentions for your interactions is another powerful way to extend your morning practice. Before entering a meeting, a social gathering, or even a trip to the grocery store, you can silently set the intention to be a source of love and positivity. You can intend to see the best in people, to speak kindly, to listen with an open heart, to be patient and understanding. These intentions don't guarantee that everyone else will behave perfectly, but they help you show up as your best self regardless of what others do. Throughout your day, you can return to the loving energy you cultivated in your morning practice. When stress arises, you can place your hand on your heart and repeat one of your morning affirmations. When someone treats you unkindly, you can silently say, "I send you love," instead of reacting with anger. When you notice your inner critic starting to chatter, you can gently redirect your thoughts back to the loving words you spoke to yourself in the mirror. As we come to the end of our time together this morning, I want to leave you with some powerful affirmations that you can carry with you not just today, but every day. These are words that can anchor you in love, remind you of your truth, and support you in creating the beautiful life you deserve. Say with me now, "I am a beloved child of the universe, worthy of all good things. I choose to treat myself with the same kindness I would show a dear friend. My thoughts create my reality, and I choose thoughts of love, peace, and possibility. I trust my inner wisdom to guide me toward my highest good. I forgive myself and others, freeing my heart to give and receive love freely. I am grateful for this precious life and for all the opportunities to grow and heal." Feel these words settling into your heart. Feel them becoming part of your truth. These aren't just nice ideas. They are statements of your inherent nature, reminders of who you really are beneath all the layers of conditioning and fear. I want you to know that the work you're doing by choosing love over fear, healing over harm, positivity over negativity, this work matters so much more than you might realize. Every time you speak lovingly to yourself, You're not just healing yourself, you're sending ripples of healing energy out into the world. Every time you choose to see beauty instead of focusing on flaws, you're raising the vibration of love on this planet. Every time you treat yourself with compassion, you're modeling for others that they deserve compassion too. You don't have to wait until you're perfect to love yourself. You don't have to wait until you've healed all your wounds to treat yourself kindly. You don't have to wait until you've figured everything out to speak words of encouragement to yourself. You can start right now, exactly as you are, exactly where you are. Small steps taken with love are more powerful than giant leaps taken with force. Take this practice one day at a time, one morning at a time, one affirmation at a time. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's perfectly normal. Be patient with yourself as you learn new ways of thinking and being. Celebrate the small victories. The moment you caught yourself being self-critical and chose a kinder thought instead. The day you looked in the mirror and felt a flicker of appreciation for yourself. The time you trusted your inner wisdom and it led you to something wonderful. Your healing journey is unique to you. Trust yourself to know what you need, when you need it. Trust that you have everything within you to create a life filled with love, joy, and peace. Trust that every step you take toward treating yourself with love is a step in the right direction, no matter how small it might seem. As you go forward from this moment, carry with you the knowing that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are capable of creating beautiful changes in your life. The universe is conspiring to support you in your healing and growth. All you have to do is stay open to receive the love that is always flowing toward you and to give yourself the gift of your own loving attention. This is not the end of our journey together. It's the beginning. Every morning is a new opportunity to choose love, to speak kindly to yourself, to plant seeds of healing and positivity that will bloom throughout your day. You have everything you need within you right now. Trust yourself, love yourself, and watch as your life transforms in the most beautiful ways. Until we meet again, wrap your arms around yourself, take a deep breath, and whisper, "I love you," to the beautiful soul that you are. You deserve all the love in the world, and it starts with the love you give to yourself.